Hi there. Recently I was watching, sorry for this crumble. I'm walking on a beautiful forest floor. So recently I was watching the TED Talk with the Polish psychologist Jacek Walkiewicz. And regardless of the subject, when I was listening again after a couple of years, this TED Talk, I have this eureka moment. I was struggling with understanding how one can cope with the war situation, especially living now in Poland, which is bordering the country which is in a war. I could not comprehend in my head how one can cope with the war situation, how to deal with this, knowing that you can die in any moment. And then I remember myself a very famous series about the war made by Steven Spielberg and based on the fact and the company, Easy Company, which was really the company which was fighting in Second World War from Normandy to all Europe. And one moment from this series which strikes me really was when the young soldier asked, and I think this is all encompassing all this series, when the one soldier asked the older, more experienced one, he showed him all his emotions, all his fear, and asked like older brother how he can cope with this his feeling. He told like this, that I'm in a ditch. How can I cope with this ditch? And the older soldier told him something amazing, scary, but in the situation of war, I think almost transcendental. He told him like that: the only way you can cope with this is to think that you are already dead. This is the only way. And I thought, whoa, this is brilliant. And now it struck me, why not apply the same principle to normal life? If you are afraid of something, if you struggle with something, you're afraid of rejection, if you struggle with doing, some public speaking, whatever, you have a challenge in life, you feel judged, why not think, yeah, I'm already dead. What you can do to me? Well, I think that's might really help with any situation actually, because that's this ultimate thing. That if you're already dead, if you know one or everything at the same time, no one can touch you. And then I found that it's actually such thing in Eastern psychology, philosophy, religion as the ego death. So it might be that if you ego die, you're invincible basically, because who can touch you, who can hurt you, what can happen to you if you're not the ego, if you're not that. And yeah, I thought it's really powerful message.